Welcome explorers, I am Astro Destroyer. In today's session I am going to tell you about the 5 most important things which can actually boost the performance of your smartphone. Actually these features stand out as the most significant and essential features which your smartphone can have, even if you have some other extra features, and having the superior quality of these features in your smartphone can significantly boost the efficiency of your smartphone. So let's start. So let's come to the first essential component, which is RAM. So basically at least once in your lifetime you may have involved in a controversy with your friends about whose smartphone is the best, depending on whose RAM is the highest. So basically what is RAM? RAM actually stands for random access memory. It is basically a specialized storage area on your smartphone which lets you have fast access to the applications which you actually run on your smartphone. So basically as soon as you open an application, it basically sits in the random access memory storage area on your smartphone and lets you have quick access to that application. So basically RAM is the feature on your smartphone which lets you have the feature of multitasking on your smartphone. So the higher the GB of RAM you have on your smartphone, the more number of applications you can actually run on your smartphone simultaneously. So basically the more the GB of RAM you have in your smartphone, the more multitasking your smartphone can actually allow you to have. So basically we can have many types of RAMs depending on the storage space which you have on your smartphone in the random access memory. So you can have RAM as low as 2 GB of storage till 12 GB or even more. So basically you can have RAM of as low as 2 GB of storage, even 4 GB, 6 GB, 8 GB, 10 GB as well as 12 GB. So basically this is all about RAM. So RAM is basically very important in today's smartphones because without RAM you cannot have specific features or even specific applications being run on your smartphone. So let's move on to the next important feature. So now let's come on to the other important component of a smartphone, which is the processor. So a processor is basically a unit present inside the smartphone. It is basically useful for actually computing as well as for making the overall system very flexible as well as fast. Now whenever we talk about processors, we can think about two main types of processors. The first one is the CPU and the second one is the GPU. Now CPU stands for Central Processing Unit. It is basically the unit which is responsible for carrying out the logical as well as the arithmetic operations of a smartphone, and it also leads to the functional or it also leads to the additional functionalities of a smartphone and makes the smartphone work faster on an overall basis. And the other one is the GPU. It stands for Graphical Processing Unit. It is basically the unit which is responsible for carrying out the graphical displays of the smartphone. Suppose whenever you are playing a game in your smartphone and it actually requires a high-end graphics, then it is the GPU which provides you that graphics. Or suppose you are actually working on some project which also requires some high-end graphics, then GPU makes it possible. And so whenever we are talking about processors, the first thing which comes to our mind is the popular companies all over the world which are actually responsible for manufacturing the popular processors. So there can be many companies, the most popular among which are Samsung, Apple as well as NVIDIA. There can be many other companies which are responsible for making popular processors, and one more important company is the ARM. ARM stands for Advanced Research Machines. So basically it is the organization which provides all the other organizations with a blueprint for the processors for manufacturing those processors. Now it is up to the other companies for making their processors popular depending on the size of the processors which they actually manufacture. Now some of the important processors which we have in today's world are Qualcomm Snapdragon 855 Plus, Samsung Exynos 9825, Apple A13, ARM Cortex A53, ARM Cortex A55, ARM Cortex A73, HiSilicon Kirin 980, Apple A9, Apple A10. So these are some of the most popular processors used in the most reputed smartphones of today's world. Now basically what makes a processor fast? So basically the processor is fast depending on the size of which the processor actually occupies. So basically there can be many sizes of the processors. The processors can come in a whole range of sizes. They can be of 20 nanometer, 20 nanometer, 16, 12 as well as 10 nanometer. So basically what are the processors actually composed of? the processors are actually composed of transistors. There can be millions and trillions of transistors fitted inside a processor. So the transistors can actually be of varying sizes depending on the size of the transistors. Now at present, the least size of the transistor which we have inside a processor can be 10 nanometer. Now researchers are going on to reduce this size as well. Now the transistors are basically small units which are fitted inside the processor. So these small units are known as transistors, and they actually make the processor fast depending on their sizes. So now let's come on to the other important feature of your smartphone. So the other important feature is battery capacity. So suppose you have a smartphone, so you want to know the battery capacity. Basically the battery capacity of a smartphone is measured in the units of milliampere hour, or mAh as you can say. It is basically standing for milliampere hour. So basically it is the unit for measuring the battery capacity of your smartphone. So on an average, if you want to have a battery capacity of 2000 milliampere hour, then if you use the smartphone for 1 hour, then actually it is said to discharge a total current of 2 ampere or 2000 milliampere. So basically this is the actual naming procedure or concept behind the battery capacity of your smartphone. So on an average, suppose if you want to have, or if you basically are having a 3000 milliampere hour battery capacity in your smartphone. So it is basically useful if you want to run the basic applications as well as the not battery enhancing or battery consuming apps which we have in your smartphone. So you can actually live up to that. But suppose you want to run some basic high-end applications, such as you are going to play some basic games, and you actually want to run your social media accounts such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, etc., then you can actually want to have the 4000 milliampere hour battery capacity storage in your smartphone. So you can actually have that if you want to run these high-end applications. And after that, suppose even if you want, or even if you have 3000 milliampere hour battery capacity storage in your smartphone, then you can actually live up to that if you have a fast storage option or fast charging option in your smartphone. So even if you have a power bank in your smartphone to charge your smartphone, then you can actually live up to that in your smartphone. So basically that will also do. So that's all about the battery capacity. Now let's move on to the other important application or other important component or feature of our smartphone. So the next one is the Android version. So there can be many Android versions in your smartphone. So basically what is Android? Android is basically a popular operating system for your mobile devices. Basically it came out on November 2007 when the first Android version, beta version, actually came into the market, into the popular release. And after that many other versions of Android have been becoming very popular into the market for basically making the overall framework or the operating system of the smartphones which we use today. So right from the beginning there have been many changes in the Android version. Basically this is the symbol for the Android. There can be many versions. There has been many evaluations in the Android versions. As you can see, I am showing you all the evaluations or the evolutions which we have in the Android version. So the latest version is the Android Q, and many other versions I had actually given you in the description. You can check that out. Some of the popular versions are Android Pie, Android Oreo, Android Marshmallow, Android KitKat, Android Eclair, Android Gingerbread. So these are the most popular versions of Android. You can check that out in the description box. I already provided the versions chronologically on the release date order. So after the Android version, basically if you have a more advanced version of Android operating system installed in your smartphone, then it basically means that your smartphone is highly advanced and you can actually have many huge benefits associated with your smartphone. So let's move on to the important feature, the last one, which is the storage. So storage plays a very important role in any smartphone. Suppose you have a storage capacity of 32 GB in your smartphone, so basically means that you can actually add or many applications, actually you can actually install many applications as well as store many photos as well as other movies, songs, anything you want on your smartphone up to the capacity of 32 GB. No, that is not the case. You will actually have to store somewhat less than 32 GB. Suppose 20 GB, 25 GB, something like that. So basically even if you have some storage capacity associated with your smartphone after buying written on the available pack on the packet of your smartphone, then you can actually say that you will get a little less storage capacity associated with your smartphone. So on an average, if you are a general person, then you can live up to 64 GB storage of your smartphone. That is more than enough for a normal person if he or she wants to store the basic requirements of data such as pictures, songs and other requirements, basic applications, installations, etc. in his or her smartphone. So suppose if you have 128 GB of storage in your smartphone, so basically that means that you can actually be able to occupy or actually utilize a little less than 125 GB of storage. Sorry, not 125, a little less than 112, 113, 114 GB of storage on your smartphone. So basically this is the terminology of using the storage device or the storage space on your smartphone. And one more thing I'd like to explain here or mention here is that even if you have a high storage space on your smartphone, then it doesn't actually mean that you have a very important or very useful phone. That actually is user dependent, and if you want to have better storage on your smartphone, then you can actually enhance your storage by memory card or any other device which you actually want. But it is all dependent upon the user in what way he or she wants to use the storage space available on his or her phone. You can also clear the cache memory, which is actually a temporary memory which is actually accessed whenever you are accessing the recent or most widely used apps on your phone. So basically there can be many variations, and you can actually check that out by further researching. So that's all from this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a like and also subscribe to my channel for further interesting updates. I'll be back in the next video. Until then, keep exploring.